Good evening, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we are back and kicking. First things first, Happy New Year, everyone. Happy 2026. It is a new year. I wish you all everything that you could possibly want and possibly can actually handle. That's what I wish for you. Everything you could possibly handle in the new year, right? Not too much, not too little, just the right amount. We are so excited to be here tonight for Fall Kickstart 2020, my goodness. Well, I also gave you all 5 years back. How amazing is that? I'm fabulous that way. I try my best. I
You're
always
very
try.
powerful, honey.
I'm very powerful. But last day of Fall Kickstart 2025. But
Tomorrow is first day of winter 2026. So there's been a lot of stuff happening. So tonight's about celebrating, reflecting, and sharing what happened in the fall, but also getting ready for what's coming up tomorrow. So tonight's going to be a very jam-packed session. So if you have questions throughout the night, I would say write them down on a
yeah,
piece of paper. I would say get yourself a notebook, write yourself your questions down, because if you write them in chat while we're talking, we won't possibly be able to actually
go back and find them.
because there's so many of you in here tonight. We're at 61 already, and a lot of people there's over 100 people signed up tonight, and we also have people on TikTok, and we have people online as well on YouTube, Facebook, watching us right now. So we have a lot of questions coming. So like we said, write down your questions, because what's going to happen is as we talk tonight, maybe you're like, oh, I had that question and it just answered it for me. So make sure you just write them down, get yourself a notebook, and I'll make the evening go by even better.
Exactly. And just please don't come in with any type of apprehension. Everything is very easy. Self learning. You won't be get lost. We will guide you throughout the entire season, not just tonight, but through the entire season. But before we even start, it hasn't gone, everybody. You know what it is, corn and water. Every time you hear the word corn
Or
or
you
you
see
see,
either of us drinking water,
pick up your water and
it,
take a sip.
it means you got to take your water and take a sip. This is a way for all of us to get our water. And plus, it makes me drink more because
Exactly, me
I want
too.
to see you guys. I want to get a bingo. And you know, it's going to be hard tonight. It's 6 squares across and 7 squares down. So I got to have a lot of people. And what I'll do is I'll yell bingo. If I see a whole line of people drink their water, I will definitely yell bingo. Um, it's a fun way to keep your water intake high. And that's the important thing about the new year. It's getting your water in, getting, healthy eating, exercise, all those good things.
Mindset.
Yeah, mindset, all that stuff.
Exactly. So we're always here. So always remember, this is also a great time to get on your dashboards and
Yes.
state, right? Because tomorrow is the last day to finalize your diamond status.
No,
No,
Tuesday.
Tuesday is the last day to finalize your diamond status for the Fall Kickstart 2025 and the $15 gift card draw that we do
Yes.
monthly.
And for those of you who just joined, don't worry about that.
You'll learn that as we
Just
go
sit
along.
back and be like,
Yeah.
la la la.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. This is for our people ending fall 2025.
So we thought we'd start off just a little bit, give you guys some ideas of what's been happening for Jean-Luc and Nick in the last couple of weeks. We really we left you guys early on in December, and it's been nonstop for us. We were in Sudbury for a while, and we were lucky to have Lynn join us as well for an amazing Thai weekend in Sudbury with Nick's family. We came home for a couple of days, and then we went off to Windsor for Christmas with my family. Then we came home for another couple of days. Not gonna lie, we squeezed in a massage in there. Hello, self-care, everybody, right? We talk about it all the time. Self-care. So massages is a great way to treat yourself to something that you normally don't do often for yourself. Potentially. We do it all the time because I know I need them. And then we also were lucky to celebrate New Year's Eve with some amazing friends.
Yeah, we went to Jen's place in Boulder. So we were at Rustic Mama Retreat owner's house on New Year's Eve. So we got to ring in the New Year's up there. It was a lot of fun. We played some games. We get crazy with them. We laugh a lot. It's
A lot of stomach aches.
and it was fun because we carpooled. I drove all four of us up there. We hung out, and then we came back the next day. It was a lot of driving, but it made the new year great. And as you guys all know, with my mental health issues, I have successfully ended 2025 on top. So I did a lot,
everybody,
and I didn't get sick. Oh my God, it's a miracle. Knock on wood. Knock on wood, right? Because as you guys always know, this is the time of year, and I made it through. So I'm very happy. It's still January, February. You know, this is the hardest time of the year. A lot of us are going to go through the hard, dark days of January. So that's why Kickstart's here. That's why we're here to do this. We're here to help each other get through the next month at least and push through our commitments, our resolutions.
And I want to remind you all, guess what, everybody? December 23rd already happened. So guess what? The days are getting longer. The sun's going to be out.
Summer's coming back.
And
Yes.
that's the way we got to look at it. If you're not a winter person, just think summer is coming back. It always does. It always does, right?
And to close out the Kickstart Fall 2025 for our existing members. So tonight is the final day to track for fall. You'll have until Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time to submit your trackers for fall. No late submissions. That's the cutoff because we got to start winter. So if you have 2 days to catch up on everything.
Yep.
Your membership card, I'll show you guys all this in a bit, shows you if you're missing any dates. So make sure you submit anything you're missing, and also check your diamond certificate status at the top. If you are looking to get your diamond certificate, because I know I already have about 40 people who said yes. If you want your diamond certificate at the end of Kickstart saying you tracked all 105 days successfully, please make sure you look at that status on your membership card, and it tells you what's wrong right now. It tells you if maybe some days you have 0 points. Why is that important? Because when we auto catch you up, you get 0 points. When you track yourself, you get 1 point. So we're making sure that those who get the certificate actually track every single day throughout the entire 105 days. You don't get a certificate. You don't get a piece of paper for free here. You don't get a piece of paper for free. You got to work for it. So for those of you looking for that, look on your membership card. And then we will be doing our draw possibly on Tuesday. It'll probably be on Tuesday
night. Yep.
for our December tracking, December mid-January, like 4 days January tracking for Diamond members. And for those of you joining us for the first time, if you maintain your Diamond member status every month, you have a chance to win a $15 Amazon gift card. You'll learn all this later.
Exactly. So
okay, enough for the fall.
The fall has fallen.
Yes.
We are now.
Bravo! Good job, everybody! Fall's over! Yay!
We don't have an exact number of how many diamond status members there are, which is fine.
Yeah.
We will get that on Tuesday. But guess what? We have a feeling there's more diamond status members than
I already know there is more than 37.
For a fact, there are more than 37 diamond status, which is phenomenal, everybody. That's exactly what we wanted to see. We wanted to see all of you guys track as often as you possibly can.
And another interesting stat that you guys might not know, every diamond person or every person who has been tracking this last Kickstart, only 2 people have not re-registered for winter.
That's phenomenal.
So that means almost every single person who did fall has come back to do winter.
Yay, that's amazing.
So that's another major achievement because that's never happened. So we know that we're always building things, and that's what I'll talk about tonight. The changes on the dashboard. I'm always improving things, changing things to make it so that you guys come to Kickstart for your support, to get you guys through the dark days, to achieve your goals, because that's what we want to do. We want to be there to help you guys get those goals.
And I think before we even go there, I think just so for those of you who are new, who might be still unfamiliar with what Kickstart's all about and where we came up with this idea, it came to fruition in Las Vegas while Jean-Luc and Nick were walking down the streets.
We were a little drunk. And a little wacky tobacco was happening. Both. It was a double whammy.
It's a double whammy. And Nick went creating something, and we make people do commandments. And I went, 10
commandments.
Those already exist, and we probably should not piggyback on those.
I was like, okay. And then
I said, why don't we call them commitments instead? Because committing to something is just as important as making a goal for something. But when you commit to doing something, you end up achieving the goals you want to achieve because you've made that promise that you're going to try to do something as consistently as you possibly can without overdoing it.
Exactly. So tonight we're going to do a quick introduction as to what Kickstart is all about. The main focus of what Kickstart's all about And then we'll show you a quick demo of the dashboard just to show you guys around quickly, and also show to our existing members some changes that have happened in the last little while, because there's been a lot of movements. Things have changed to making things improve things a little bit better. So we're going to show you guys all that tonight. And then we're also going to talk about new Kickstart programming, new stuff we added this January. You saw some announcements in the Facebook group. So we'll talk about those afterwards. So I think the first thing first is...
I'm going to reiterate what a commitment is, because a lot of us might be a little confused. Some of us who are old, I don't want to even say old, who are experienced Kickstarters.
Are diamonders.
Are diamond members Kickstarters, or not, because you don't need to be a diamond member to be successful still. I'll be honest with you. Success...
Yeah, you just told me earlier, you have to track every day.
Success is part of your own measurement, right?
Yeah.
So measure yourself and be proud of whatever you achieve, because that's what's important. But a commitment to us is basically something that it's smaller than a goal. Let's just say that.
It's the steps. It's the steps you take to get to your goal.
Yeah.
So what do we mean by that? Putting a commitment as saying, my commitment is I want to lose 10 pounds. That's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's the destination. Los Angeles is where you want to get to. But how do you get to Los Angeles?
Do you take a car?
How do you get a plane? How do you get that 10-pound weight loss goal? You eat healthier. You track every day. You do an exercise class, and you'll then figure out what those commitments mean for you. You might not be here for weight loss. You might just be here because, hey, I want to reduce my drinking. Perfect way. I'm actually, one of my commitments for 91 days, I will not be drinking or smoking weed. Nowhere, including outside Toronto. So I'm taking a full 91-day sabbatical for myself because I've chosen to do that. And you can do the same. Or it could be you're trying to clean in your home. Maybe you have a lot of places in your home that are cluttered and you're like, oh my God, I wish I could get to that garage. Maybe that's going to be your commitment. You're going to commit to daily doing some cleaning in the garage for maybe 10, 15 minutes, right? These are different options.
It could be if you struggle with meal planning, making sure that you have some type of meal plan scheduled so that when you're eating, you have a better eating habit. There's so many ways, and there's not one commitment that is actually wrong.
Exactly.
I don't want anyone to ever think that your commitments are wrong. We also give you guys the option, and Nick will show you this when he does the demo, to have us review. And I hope every single one of you realizes that when we review your commitments and you ask us them to review them for you, we really want to make sure that you are making them so that way you succeed at your commitment, right? We don't want it to be so challenging, especially if you're new at this, right?
Yeah.
At tracking, at committing to doing something regularly. We want you to succeed and feel that success. So
this is our 5th Kickstart session. We did 4 beginnings. We did our first in 2025. We did 3 last year. Now this year we're gonna have 4 different sessions. You guys are gonna have us all year round.
You're stuck.
You're gonna be here every single day. And what applies at this Kickstart will continue applying throughout the year. So a lot of the questions you guys have had, I will answer tonight, and will apply for future Kickstarts as well, because this is the new normal. We changed last year from being a 42-day program to a year-round, and so that's why things have been changing. And you'll see as we go along, all the fun stuff that we have planned for you guys.
And so as you see, the start of 2026, we are starting with Winter 2026, which, as Nick mentioned already, is going to last 91
days.
91 days.
13 weeks.
So this season, right, because it is the winter season of Kickstart, will last the 91 days, the 13 weeks. The spring season might actually be a little bit longer or a little bit shorter, depending on how the dates fall. But always know that going forward, Kickstart will have 4 seasons.
I do have a question on TikTok. Someone asking, how do we join? So I will answer that because I want to we do have 20 spots left.
20 spots left.
There's a limit of 300. We are capping it off because we don't have the data space to put more than that. So if you want to join, go to Jean-Luc-and-Nick.com. Just use our TikTok handle, Jean-Luc-and-Nick.com/Kickstart, and you'll be able to find all the details, and it's free to join.
It is absolutely free.
No costs.
All of the programming that we offer is absolutely free. The only thing that we will say that you can purchase are journals, trackers, and that, again, is optional. You can do this program with a book from the Dollarama and a pen and paper, as long as you have access to the internet to be able to get your tracker on your online tracker. That does help. But again, you do not need to do that.
Our books are just an add-on. If you are a person who are pen to paper and you want to have everything in all self-contained in a book, it's available to you, but everything is available on our website already there for you, so you do not need the book. But I have been told by a lot of members that having the daily tracker for your weekly commitments, if you have a paper version, even if you create your own version of it, it's beneficial.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're just relying on the website, great, you can do that. But having a book or a notebook version of it just for yourself, especially if you're just starting out, it'll help you keep track of what you've done today. When have you tracked it on the website, so you know which ones you've done and which ones you haven't. It just helps you keep things a little organized for yourself.
I was just going to say the same thing. It definitely helps the organization.
So what is KickStart? KickStart is basically you're trying to stick to your commitments. You're able to choose between two to 10 commitments. And that's been changed now. You can choose 2 to 10 commitments. Number one is always you're going to track on the KickStart dashboard.
And that is a commitment that we've given to every single KickStart member. That is not even a question.
Non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable.
That's how you get your
diamond status. You must. Commitment number one is go to the dashboard and track number one.
Yes, so you get track. So you go to the website, track every day. That's all you have to do. That's the only prerequisite for KickStart. If you join us and all you do is track every day, and that's all you do, you succeeded. You'll get your diamond status, you'll get your certificate at the end, and you're all good to go. But if you want to embrace the community, if you want change,
if you want to embrace success, to see the progress that you're actually making, this is where we actually came in this year and realized, guess what? Why do we all think resolutions don't end up lasting most of the time? Because we're not committed to it. We don't commit to these resolutions. We start them off gung-ho at the beginning of the year saying, I'm going to do this. And not only that, our resolutions are lofty at times.
How many of you have set a New Year's resolution and have never actually written it down?
Yeah.
You just tell yourself, oh, this year I'm going to lose weight this year. That's my New Year's resolution. Never writing it down. Never keeping track of it. Never actually sitting there and thinking, how am I doing? Or how am I doing with this?
Yeah.
And that's what KickStart allows you to do. It allows you to look at your It allows you to look at your commitments or your resolutions, if you want to call them that, or your goals, and figure out how you're going to get there. How in 91 days am I going to get there?
And what's really cool is at the end of the 91 days, you actually have stats on how well you did on the amount of commitments that you decided to include in this session or this season of 91 days.
Yeah. So what happens throughout KickStart? There's other things that are out there. There's a daily guide, which has daily activity. There's a daily task, mental health task on Mondays. Tuesdays is Try It Tuesdays. Wednesdays, Wellness Wednesdays. Thursdays, a photo challenge. Fridays is games. Yes, games are back. Saturday is food related, and Sunday is a reflection on your week. So that's still here. There's weekly themes that are themed through the next few weeks. So it's really, we have a lot of winter themed sessions coming up about mental health. This is a very dark time of the year, so you'll have a lot of that coming up. We have special guests coming. We made a decision, Jean-Luc and Nick, we're no longer going to become reps for products, Epicure and all this stuff. We just don't have time. But we do have friends out there who are reps. And if you are a rep of something and you want to share with the community because you have a product line that you're, let us know, because we're gonna have someone coming up to show you guys some Pampered Chef, some Tupperware, and some Epicure. And what we've also going to be doing, just like last time, we will have contests with all you guys. You guys buy stuff, get put in a prize, get drawn, and you could possibly win some host prizes, et cetera, et cetera. So we have all that coming all this fall with a lot of good topics, cooking shows. Jean-Luc's going to be in the kitchen as well. So you can get involved in that. There's also statistics, so you can see how you're doing with your commitments. That's all available to you. And there's also Stride Kick, the Sidekick market, and so many other ways you can get involved in KickStart. But this is where I'm going to reiterate this again. Pick and choose what you need.
Yes.
Do not come in thinking, I'm going to do everything because I think that I need to do everything. No.
Don't feel like you need to do everything.
No, all you need to do is one thing. Track. That's the only thing you need to do, is track every day on the dashboard. Everything else is gravy, is how you want to change your life. If you don't have time, if you're going through a rough time at work and you're too busy, that's okay. You don't have to do the chats. You don't have to join us on Tuesdays and Sundays.
But guess what? The chats are
They're
recorded.
recorded, so you
So
can.
guess what? You can go for a walk and listen to them as a podcast.
Well, I know.
So
So
there's never a way of, I will say this, we have tried our best to come up with a way for everybody to feel like they can participate and make this work for their busy life, right? If you
it's
can't meet
you
us on
built
a
it.
Tuesday, come watch the Tuesday on Thursday.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with doing that, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what's really important. We all think that there's only one way of doing things, but every single one of us wakes up in the morning every day. We brush our teeth, we comb our hair, we get dressed. Do we all do it the exact same way? Do we all eat the exact same thing for breakfast? Do we all go to the exact same place for work? No, but we get things accomplished because you know what? We put ourselves forward and we commit to doing these things. But when you commit to doing the things that you really want to see success in, it's insane what results you actually get.
So these are all optional to you. You don't have to do anything else, like we said, okay? So if you're coming in and you're seeing there's so much stuff, the Facebook group, the dashboard, there's all these things. Don't worry about all those things. They're just there if you need that kind of support. If you're someone who needs, I need to talk about what I'm struggling with. You can use a dashboard to do that. That's members only. Only members can actually do it.
Facebook group as well.
The Facebook group is also filtered out. Only members of Kickstart are in that group. We have a very stringent policy of checking names. I verify your name with your Facebook name, and if it doesn't match, I remove you from the group. So I verify that each time I run a Kickstart to make sure that we have legit participants in there and not just ghosts of Christmas past, just sitting there watching what's going on and getting some notes of what people are doing. Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's so I make sure to clean out everyone each time. And so it's easier spaces to share if you're struggling. If you are struggling, use these spaces, say something. The community here is really good at supporting people. We've had people last session who've lost partners, who've had illnesses and accidents, who've had traumatic things happen to them in their lives. And a lot of them kept coming back and at least used part of Kickstart that they needed during that time to keep themselves supported. And some of them are still here now doing Kickstart in January because they were able to, they're still going through their hard time, but they're actually here and they're able to actually keep going with us and keep going with the community.
Exactly, exactly. So Nick's going to go ahead and give you guys a walkthrough of all the changes that he's made on the actual Kickstart website right now. So give him a few minutes to share his screen. And I've got to do some technical stuff, everybody. Watch. I'm not going to say anything because with all my luck, I'll do something wrong.
I just got to get it set up for you and then just look for my email in there, okay? So look in there for my email. Okay, so you're already seeing right now the dashboard, and I'm actually showing you the example of the dashboard if you're not registered for Kickstart. So I'm actually starting from here today because there's been a lot of changes. The buttons are gone. No more red or green button. That's been removed. Now you will actually see content if you are registered, and you'll see this screen if you're not registered. And this just tells you, hey, you don't see anything here, register. You'll also notice it comments everything that's not. Your daily guide button's gone. Your scores are gone. All your personal details, the comments, is all gone if you're not registered for Kickstart. How do you register for Kickstart? Click the red line here, fill out the form. I'll download your information and then set you all up to have your access correctly, okay? So that's when you're not a member. So now Jean-Luc just updated my email.
Listen up, everybody.
And now if I refresh, if it works correctly, like I designed, it shows up. Come on, Broco. Voila. Poof. Okay, so when you are registered, this is what you'll see. You'll see your Kickstart membership card. I made the colors a little less jarring. It's more wintry softness now.
And red felt really negative.
Yeah, so you'll see here your membership card. If you are an existing member, you have a lot of lines on here. That's expected. You guys will see on here. I'll talk about it in a second because I have to talk to you guys about what's changed on there. If you're a new member, you'll only see your ID and your registration status for now. The rest will show up once you start tracking in winter. So if nothing else is there for you, it's expected. It's going to show up later. For our existing members, there's a few things that are new in here. You have on here your fall certificate status. So that's if you've submitted all of your trackers for this season every single day yourself. It'll show that are qualified. Congrats, which means that you have your certificate. You're going to get it. You're all good to go. If it says, no, some days still have 0 points, it means you need to click on here, go to your scorecard, figure out what days are 0 points, and submit your trackers on those dates. If it says not registered, that means you never selected it to track. You don't want your certificate, which helps me because I don't have to send it to people who don't want them. So that's why I did that this time. It makes my job a little easier. If you scroll down below that, you'll see your daily guide and a section called New to KickStart. Welcome to the Access. Click to Access Welcome Center and click to Access Orientation Guide. If you're new, I would highly suggest you go through these 2 links for the next few days. Read what's there. Learn what's on the content that's in those areas. It explains everything about KickStart, how to track, how to find your commitments, how to find your sidekick. Everything you need is in this actual, these 2 sections, okay? Once you've done that, today it says day 105 because today is day 105 for fall. Tomorrow morning, it'll change to day 1. And the entire new programming for KickStart Winter will start showing up tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, your first thing you do in the morning is load up the Jean-Luc and Nick website, go to your dashboard, click to access day 105 or day 1 tomorrow. It'll be day 1 for you guys tomorrow, okay? That will load your daily guide. This is your one-stop shop for everything KickStart for your day. It tells you everything you need to know, and if you want to participate, it explains to you everything here. It has, for example, again, your membership card, so you have your details. It has your daily task. What's today's daily task? For Sunday today, it was reflecting on your KickStart experience for fall, and everyone's sharing in the comments below what those are. Below that, you have your fitness task, today's fitness task. We have a step goal. We have something new called the kick walkers, which we'll talk about in a bit. We also have daily, now upper and lower body exercises, and everything is optional. There's no and anymore, it's or. If you do this or that or that or whatever version you do, it counts as a fitness task completed. So don't feel discouraged if you can't do the squat that day, or if you can't, as long as you do something, it counts towards your fitness task. And there's a lot of, you'll see it when you guys see it in the new guide starting next time, starting tomorrow. Join live chats and cooking sessions. Tonight's chat, right now, the link is right here. So the link for tonight's Zoom is right here on the daily guide. So if you didn't get the email one night, you know, say you're sitting at home like, why didn't I get the email from Jean-Luc and Nick today? And there's a chat at 7 o'clock. Why didn't I get it? Go to the dashboard, access your daily guide, scroll down to the live chat section. You'll have the button right there to join the Zoom room right from there. So that's another way to find us if you can't find us through the link. Featured video is we have over 1,000 videos on YouTube with our collection from 2018 onward. Every day has a different video from our library of different topics, cooking shows, different things we've done throughout the years. They'll show up every day. It's up to you if you want to watch them.
And we'll be very honest, some of them are WW videos from when we were WW members. Some of them are potentially other types of videos that we've done throughout all of our experience and all of our multiple years of being on this journey.
Exactly.
Information is always good no matter what. That's the way we look at it. No matter where you are in your journey, you could get tidbits of information from past experiences. So never forget that.
So if you want to join a STEP class, STEP is starting tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. We are doing it. We are planning on it. We have a plan to help us learn how to teach correctly again because, you know, we don't think we have the lung capacity to teach on our own. So we're going to tag off, but we are doing STEP class. And it's starting tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. And then we'll have a 5:30 p.m. class. And so if you want to join us, right here, you can click here to see the schedule. Or if you can't join us live at those 2 times tomorrow, there's actually embedded STEP classes every day within your daily guide. So you can do a STEP class directly from here. And again, it's from our library from past 2 years of classes we recorded for everybody. Recipe of the day. And then down here, you'll see your commitments. So commitment section, for those of you who are existing members, you'll see that there's been a change that's been done. For new members, this will be a nice change for you guys because you guys get the new form and not the old version. So commitments. This is where you submit your commitments. So when you've actually figured them out, whatever number you want to do, you then come to your daily guide and you can click on change my commitments. This will bring you to a new form, a new page, which first of all explains to you, how to find your commitments, and it works you through all the exercise to figure out how to find your commitments. And then down here, there's a form. And you can actually now, for the existing members, you can update commitments one at a time. You no longer need to update the entire set like we used to have to do. Back in the day, you had to submit all 10 each time. Now you can update number 3, number 10. You can update one at a time. If you want to change a commitment and keep the rest the same, it makes it a lot easier, quicker for you to do that. So that's a recent change that's been done. And then on your daily guide, below your actual commitments is the form to submit your tracker. So this is what you fill out every day to submit your tracker. So you put in your first name, last name, email. You answer the questions to choose the date. Make sure you're choosing the right month. I put some reminders because people were selecting January. There's someone who submitted all of December using January instead by mistake. And I felt terrible. Then I had to tell them that, no, you got to start and do it all over again. So please check your month, especially when the months are switching, because when you click on here, it'll default to the current month. So if you're tracking for December, make sure you go back, okay?
Another thing to remember, everybody, we're going to reiterate again, make sure that you're using the same email address that you've used to register for the Jean-Luc and Nick website, okay, or KickStart. Make sure that you're always using the same email address because that's how the logic in the background works so that Nick can identify who's who when you are tracking.
Below this is if you've completed the daily task, fitness task above. There's a condition here that says you must comment a daily task section in daily guide or on Facebook. That's up here. So if you're filling your tracker and you click this, it means that you've actually commented up here. You actually did the task. You actually went through the task. You took the time to actually write an answer here. That is saying you posted you did the daily task for the day. There's some of them, if you don't want to post on the website, you can do it on Facebook. So that's available to you as well. But that's the condition. That's what we look for. So if you click that, it means you actually commented. For step classes, it's the same thing. If you do a step class recorded above, just comment below saying, I did the class. Yay. I did it. Just post here so that we know, okay, you did the class. We know that person actually did the class. So we're trying to be, it's an honor system what we're doing, but we're trying to be as accountable as possible, because if you're accountable, if you're making the action of posting, it means you actually at least did one thing. And that's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking at least one thing for you guys to do. And then below your tracker is your stats, your scorecard. What? Oh yeah, sorry.
I'm like, you're not done.
Sorry. So if you're, you can click on here if you have attended a chat like tonight. If you've attended a chat, you can click that. Or if you watch the video of the day, you can click that. If you complete a step class, virtual or in person, virtual or recorded, you can click that, select which one you did. And then down here, there's a new section called submitting my step count. So if you want to submit your steps to track those, you can actually start submitting them. And there will be step contests coming in the future. And we're going to actually add that into the website for those who thrive on step contests. We're actually going to have those in the future. So if you start tracking your steps now, you can actually have that. And plus, it'll go on your tracker. Your stats will actually have on your scorecard. You'll see your steps every day. So you'll see that included with the rest of your data points that you have from before.
So do you want to go into what the Kickwalkers is then, since
we're
talking about that right now?
So Kickwalkers.
Yes. So you might have seen just a couple, actually last week, I want to say, we put up a post in the private KickStart group asking for some Kickwalker captains. So we've gotten a few. There's about 13 to 15 Kickwalker captains who've come together. They are now working together in a private group to motivate every single one of us to get up off our butts and get some walking in and be more accountable to the amount of steps that we are doing daily. So we have a group of captains. You are going to start seeing some motivation from these captains. You're going to start seeing some posts from these individuals. You're going to start seeing more interaction to get all of you participating. So if you decide that you want to participate and you're seeing how these individuals are participating, if you don't feel shy, go ahead and post the same way. So if they're posting videos and you're like, wow, maybe I should start posting a video about my walking, do it. The more we do it, the more encouraged we will feel, and the more walking we will get, and the better the better we'll be as individuals, the better we will actually feel.
Exactly. And another recent change is the weight loss tournament. So this is a newly added change. It's a contest that we want to run for a while, but we try to wrap our heads around how we're going to do it, and we figured out how we're going to do it. So what happens?
This is a voluntary contest.
This is all event voluntary. So everyone is able to track their weight on the website. If you're not in a weight loss tournament, it won't change anything you're doing.
Yep.
It's all up to you what you want to track. But the weight loss tournament, what it is a contest for people who want to beat the rest of Kickstarters in the contest to lose the highest percentage of weight loss in 91 days. These are for people who are competitive, people who like to be competitive, who like competition, who this pushes them. Jean-Luc would never do it. He's not a competitive person. He would never do it. It discourages him. I would do it because I'm a competitive person and that kind of thing. I've done it before. So this is, again, is a tool for those of you who need that extra motivation or push, and a money incentive is something that helps you achieve that. How does it work? You buy a ticket. It's $10. And based on the number of tickets sold, so we've so far have 26 people that have registered for the weight loss tournament. The winning person, the person who has the highest percentage of weight loss, will win a $130 Amazon gift card. Not just that, the rest of the $130 will also be divvied up for prizes every month. So those of you who are part of the weight loss tournament will have prizes throughout the entire 91 days, with the rest of the money that you guys have paid in throughout for the weight loss tournament. Again, this is just something we're trying out, and if it helps people, then great, and we'll run it again in spring. And if it doesn't, if it fizzles out, no one likes it, we'll stop it. It's just we thought it was be another way to motivate people.
And I also love what someone said in the comments in the Zoom room right now, saying, I'm doing this to compete against myself, not somebody else. And that's exactly it too. I know this sounds funny, guys, but when you put money as an incentive for yourself, it changes your outlook on things. It makes you actually want to do something, right?
Exactly. It pushes you. For some people.
For some. For everybody.
And that's what we're saying. It's for some people. It doesn't work for everybody.
Before we keep on going, there is one thing I wanted to talk about, the Kickwalkers, which is actually going to be a really cool thing too, is you're going to start seeing different in the actual physical activity section, fitness section tasks. You're going to start seeing different tasks from the Kickwalkers. You will also start seeing, I know back in the day, we would do like meetup walks in Toronto. Like Nick would say, we're all meeting in Toronto. We're no longer going to do meetup walks. We are going to expect everybody to walk on their own, but we will still do what we did back in the day by opening a Zoom room so we can all join in together outdoors, walk together. Even if you don't want to walk outside and you want to go walk on a treadmill, but you want to talk to people,
we'll all be on our
phones on Zoom, being able to have these conversations and getting ourselves out there, moving and motivated.
Yeah, so that's all part coming with the Kickwalkers. So stay tuned for a date coming this month that we're actually going to go for a walk all together.
Yeah.
We're excited for this because we've been wanting to do this for a while as well. So we're glad that we had some volunteers help us get that ready. Question I had in chat, and I'll answer that right now, is for our existing members or people who are doing a weight loss tournament. Tomorrow morning, when everything, not tomorrow morning, on January 6th, when all stats reset, all of you who've registered for the weight loss tournament and paid your ticket, it will tell you on the dashboard on your membership card. So on the 6th, or the 7th, when I update all your data and everything's now set for 2026 winter, you'll see in your membership card where it says weight loss tournament, it'll say registered and ticket purchased right there. So if you're already registered, it'll show up there, and you'll have to the 12th. So if you want to register, you have to the 12th. And the way to register, you just go to our shop. Just go to jeanlucandnick.com/shop. Make sure you buy your ticket there. Send it, purchase your ticket. And then when you register for Kickstart, there was an option for the weight loss tournament. If you selected that, you're good to go. But make sure you selected that when you registered, okay? So that is the weight loss tournament, the new thing being started, and starts soon. That's why that's the one we're trying to get out now, because it starts January 12th. So that's the due date. You have to be in by the 12th, no late entries. And you also have to submit a picture of your scale, which is done on your tracker, which is what I was going to show you guys next. So let's go back to sharing my screen right there. So if I go back to up here, you'll see one of the options is I want to submit my weight. So if you click that, you'll be putting your weight here, so whatever my weight is. But you also see I am part of the weight loss tournament. You click on that, a upload image button shows up. So for all the people in the weight loss tournament before January 12th, you have to submit a photo of either your Shape app, your health app, your scale, you standing on your scale. You have to show a photo, submit a photo proving your starting weight. And then throughout the entire time, you don't need to submit it again.
If it does help you and you want to submit,
you can,
please do.
But you don't need to. But when we finish KickStart in the next cycle, when you start submitting your weight on the last day of KickStart Winter, when you submit your weight on April 4th, you'll have to submit a picture then too, because we will use the picture as proof to make sure that people are submitting the right weights to make this contest legit, okay? So that's the condition. You have to register, you have to buy your ticket, and you have to submit your photo of your scale or app showing your weight.
Any app will work. It can be WW, it can be Healthy, it can be Shape-a, it could be, there's a new scale out there that everyone's using with a handle on it. I don't know what it's called, but somebody got one for Christmas that I saw. But yeah, any app that you use, as long as it's a picture and it's visible that we see your weight, that will definitely work for the weight loss tournament. And you have until January 12th
to register,
to sign up and purchase your ticket for the weight loss tournament.
And the more people who purchase, the higher the prize gets. So the prize is always half of tickets sold. So if 200 people sign up, that's whatever half of that is, an Amazon gift card. I don't know, do those exist?
Yeah. Why wouldn't they?
That's a lot of money. 200 people at $10. That's a lot.
Yeah.
On a gift card, I don't know if that's possible. Yeah. Anyways, and the next thing that we want to talk to you guys is the new platinum.
Oh, you're jumping.
Sorry.
He jumps. My goodness.
Well, you talk about this. This is yours.
Chill.
I'll take a sip of water.
Take some water and see if we can get a bingo out there. So
no bingo yet.
We're now having another new thing that we're launching, because we know that there's a lot of readers out there, is the new KickStart Book Club. This is still in the works. We have book club captains who are currently showed interest in doing this. We're not exactly sure how the book club is going to look like 100% yet, but stay tuned for more news about this KickStart Book Club. We are going to make it as simple as we possibly can to start, and just make it so that way we're out there reading together, because when you read a book with a bunch of people, you're most likely going to read it if you're going to have to talk about it, right? And so that's what we want to do. We want to actually encourage all of us to get reading, and it's not only going to be about self-help or anything like that. Of course, we do want to recommend those types of books because those are great, but once in a blue moon, a good laugh story, a good funny story, a good inspirational story, fictional story does really help with the mental state. So stay tuned for some information on the book club coming very, very soon.
Now, the new platinum status. So for those of you starting winter 2026, you guys are basically the only ones. No, they could still do it later, but you guys are the ones who can really do this. So diamond status, for those of you who've just joined us on KickStart, diamond status means you've submitted your tracker every day for the entirety of KickStart. That's what diamond status means. Platinum, for those existing members, is if this year you track every single day from tomorrow till December 31st, 2026. If you achieve diamond all year,
the last date of KickStart.
Yes, if you achieve diamond all year, winter, spring, summer, fall, and you make it to this time next year, and you track every day last, like 2025, 2026, you'll be getting a certificate saying you earned a platinum award for achieving that crazy, status. So that's amazing, tracking every single day. So I know a lot of you could have won it this year because you've been tracking all the time. I've been able to allow you to track, but we didn't have a whole year this year. We started midway, we changed things, and now we know what we're doing. So you guys are going to be able to earn your platinum award. So let's see how many platinum awards we'll have by the end of this next year.
Yes, exactly, exactly. So there are a few questions on. One of the questions was, what if I didn't check the weight loss tournament and when I registered the first time?
Just re-register again.
Just re-register again and submit and check off that you did want to participate in the weight loss tournament.
Yeah.
And another question is, every day, do we need to track and click, yes, I want my diamond certificate?
That will disappear soon. It's just for the end of this time. And then after KickStart fall ends, they will disappear.
That will only be something available at the beginning of each season.
Yes, it's only at the end of each season.
Yeah, at the end of each season.
It's just so I know if you guys want it, and I ask at the end because it's just easier for me. So right now, if you clicked it once, you're good. If you see that it says it on your thing,
on your membership
card, that you're good, you got your certificate coming, you're good to go. You don't have to submit it anymore. So that's the most of the questions. If you have more questions, we'll end the Zoom at some point and come back to other questions. But that's the gist of the intro to KickStart. So for those of you who are new and you're like, oh my God, so much information. Yes, we get it. Take your time this week to learn. Go to the orientation guide. Read through what's there.
Watch the videos.
Watch
the videos there.
Watch the videos. Start tracking. Just start tracking, just at least look for your commitments. Maybe just 1 for now, 2 for now. Submit them. Start tracking those for the first few days. See how accustomed you get to the process of tracking every day. Some members don't track every day, but I am going to say right now, I'm going to recommend this, even our seasoned members, track every day. The amount of people who do mistakes because they try to catch up later is astounding. The people who track daily have a good record of always being on time, and there's never anything wrong. When people are catching up, so many mistakes are made that I see coming in. Like I see some days, like so the one night I saw 2027 came in. I'm like, well, we're not tracking that late yet. But I know someone clicked something wrong, and it happens when you're submitting your forms. So please, if you can submit it every day, if you can keep that one commitment to yourself, try to achieve at least that one, okay? That's the one we're going to try to get to this year.
Exactly. I think it's really important to know that we've come to realize that tracking really does help. And it's not just tracking your food, as much as we only think for the longest time that tracking your food is the only thing that will help you in any type of journey. But just tracking your progress in general is going to help you succeed. You'll see the changes that you want to see, and you'll be able to make the changes that you want to make. Someone did ask as well, one last question. Yes, if you have all your commitments for past members, for past Kickstarters, all your commitments are already there, and you're like, you know what? I didn't really do too good this winter with the ones, or this fall with the ones that I had, and I want to keep them. You don't have to change your commitments. Your commitments will just
if you're a registered member and you're registered for KickStart Winter, everything will transfer seamlessly for you guys. If you're not registered for KickStart Winter, they will disappear to be gone forever, and you'll have to recreate them from scratch.
Yes.
So that's why we tell you guys to register and make sure you have all of everything lined up, because because it's making sure you guys have everything you need and that you're submitting everything correctly for KickStart. And another thing too that I had another question was, I just saw here, for their starting weight for the weight loss tournament, we will grab everything from January 12th. So if you submit it on January 9th, that's what we'll grab. But the last weight we'll grab is January 12th. So you can submit it at any time from now till January 12th. We'll take any weight you submit, because you can go back and submit January 1st now if you want to. You can resubmit any day. But what we'll do is we'll look on the 12th, what's the last weight we have from you, and that's what we'll grab to start on that day. So that's for the weight loss tournament. And that's when the image you take has to match the weight you submit as well. So make sure you check that when you submit.
And of course, just to reiterate, every single one of our sessions is recorded. So if you do feel like you've missed this, and I know someone just said they're waiting for AAA because their battery died on their car. Yes, you can always watch all of our sessions going back to your daily, why can't I think of the word? The daily
guide.
Thank you. I was like, what's that word? GUIDE. Guide. Go back to your daily guide, and the video from the previous day will be posted. Nick normally does that pretty quickly.
Yeah, so you'll be able to watch the recordings after the fact for our sessions. So now that we've talked about Kickstart a bit, this week there are more orientation sessions. We'll have some more sessions talking about Kickstart and getting ready. So if you still feel like you have some questions, don't worry. And we are going to have a question Q&A session after we're done our live with all of you in Zoom. There's 80 of you, so we're going to have a lot of good questions, I'm sure. I've seen some serious notes being written, so I love it. But we want to talk about a few things other things that have come out in the last few days. Vacation. Jean-Luc and Nick are going tropical destinations all over the place. Again. So we're going, 2 trips have been announced. We are going to Panama, November 28th to December 5th, 2026, and also going to Mexico, January 28th to February 4th. We already know some people in this room right now are coming to Mexico. They already told us they booked, so it's very exciting. We love these trips. For anybody who went on our Jamaica trip, it was literally one of the best trips ever.
Costa Rica was amazing.
Costa Rica was amazing. If you have a fear, we talked to someone this week who was worried because I'm a solo person. Rustic Mama looks for travelers to pair you up with someone else so you can get a roommate so you're not paying the full price. And you're also with a group of people that will keep you included. All 8 solo travelers in our Jamaica trip were included in everything we did. We made sure that everyone was part of the group because that's what Jean-Luc and I do. Well, that's what he does. He's good at doing that. I'm just a note taker and I type and I'm like, ah! I don't do that stuff. He's better at doing that stuff than I am. So those are 2 trips. So if you're interested in coming to either of those, just go to jeanlucandnick.com/Panama.
And what is very cool for those of you who might not be aware of this, the very first trip ever in Mexico, we are opening it up to be able to bring your children. So if you have children of the ages 8 and older, you are able to. We usually do adults only type travel, but this time we decided let's open it up to families because guess what? We want to travel with our families, right?
Yeah.
So we thought that would be a great opportunity to be able
if you're looking to go on a vacation in 2027 and you're like, my family wants to go on vacation, just, look up the info. So like, as I was saying, it's jeanlucandnick.com/Panama or jeanlucandnick.com/Mexico. So I'll put those in chat for those of you in the Zoom room.
Exactly. So again,
oh, we did that already.
Yeah, we did that already. Sorry. Again, we are so excited to have you guys all here with us. It was an amazing fall kickstart. We accomplished some great things. We'll have more numbers and all that for you guys on Tuesday when we have our next chat as far as like how many members, diamond status members.
It'll be Thursday.
Thursday, I apologize, Thursday, because he'll be done on Tuesday. But we had so much fun with all of you in 2025. We are just definitely even more excited to see what 2026 is going to bring for every single one of us as far as success goes.
So on that note, thanks to those of you watching us on Facebook and YouTube and on TikTok. We're going to end the live feed, but we're going to stay here in Zoom and answer any questions that you guys have. So thanks, everybody.
Have a great night. Happy